mentioned, my name is Alexus Leonard, and I am a hopeful graduate as of May 8th. I'm a senior. I am an English education major with a minor in writing studies in the creative writing track specifically. When I started my college career, I was actually an English education major with a minor in theater. But I found that I didn't have the disposition for theater as much as I have the love for it. And while you might think that English education and English might not be like the biggest jump, especially because I want to teach on the college level, I think that English specifically is easier for me to grasp rather than the education part of it. Things like that, things change. I actually have been accepted into the English Master's program on the Alexus State University campus, and I will be a graduate student as of fall 2021. But I was nominated for this award through my work at Scarlet to Black, and Scarlet to Black is the financial literacy program on campus, in case you don't know what that is. And Scarlet to Black stands for Smart College and Real Life Education Training to Black. To me, that means that it is our job as a program to teach our students smart, decisions about things that they will encounter in real life, and that is predominantly focused on their financials, teaching them how to budget and understand their student loans. But it also is just about anything that they might encounter in their adult life that a lot of people don't cover, it seems. I've done topics over retirement and insurance and how to negotiate for a job and everything like that, and I just find that it's up to us to help them understand these things that people don't necessarily talk about a whole lot. The Scarlet to Black program was founded in 2018 by Dr. Tu, and Dr. Tu at the time was doing everything by himself, all the boot camps and all the speeches and presentations and everything. But in spring 2019, the program was awarded some funding by the Case Foundation to hire some student workers. And I was hired along with 3 others to, help out with the program. One of the first things we did was in the summer of 2019, I and 2 other students helped out with a Global Initiatives boot camp where Scarlet to Black was in charge of teaching them like how to make business plans and how to run a business, and we taught them marketing and how to visualize things, and I helped personally with the written business plans, and it was all great fun. Other things that I've done through Scarlet to Black, there's so many, but let me just run through them. During that same summer, I got to go to the East Central Community College in Mississippi for their FBLA conference, and I presented there over budgeting for middle schoolers and high schoolers. I've also gone on to present in February 2020 in the 39th annual conference for first year experience conferences. And there I felt like I was one of the only undergraduate students there, and I was, presenting research to people with PhDs and doctorates and things like that, and that was super rewarding. I also later in that same year presented at Create at State, and we won the Dean's Choice Award, and that was super, super great. And this is all because of my work with Scarlet to Black, and I'm incredibly grateful. Other than that, I got to work with the Arkansas Biosciences Institution. I was an intern for them last summer, 2020 summer, and through Scarlet to Black and them, I got to present research on their behalf as well. That I was scheduled to present research at the National Conference for Undergraduate Research in March 2020, but that conference was unfortunately canceled. I actually presented that research last week instead at this year's NCUR conference, and I was super happy to be able to finally present at such a prestigious conference. Other than that, I got to do work with the Hope Credit Union. I made presentations for them, and we did financial literacy works that they went on to share with Alabama State University. I think that's a good amount. I've done all of that through Scarlet to Black, specifically in my work with Scarlet to Black, and I don't think I've really described what I do for Scarlet to Black. Me specifically, as Alexus Leonard, I'm in charge of workshops, podcasts, and all else. I am the face of Scarlet to Black, as Dr. Tu likes to call me. I believe that the workshops are the the crux of Scarlet to Black, because the workshops are where we present the topics and the themes per se to students. And before online classes happened and we had to shift, I was doing those in person in the student union, where I would have a PowerPoint and I would present topics. I did one over the FAFSA. I've done one over budgeting. We had something for Valentine's Day on a budget, just so many different topics that we present to our students, and we hope to see them, learn something in the end. And the podcasts are a little bit different. They are more relaxed and informal, and they're more just two students talking. I'm one of the students. It's titled College Students Talking Life, Money, and Other Stuff. And I also have started a new segment called Interviewing the Experts. As of this semester, I've interviewed two professionals, and I will interview a third professional next week. And those are interviews that students can go listen to and get specific questions asked, because while I do present and research over all of these different topics, I'm not an expert realtor like one of the people I interviewed and things like that. So yeah, that is my job. I am in charge of presenting these things to people and being knowledgeable enough to talk to them about it. So how does doing that go above and beyond the effort to do anything else? I think that personally my work goes above and beyond because we offer so much. We offer so many different kinds of mediums for people to get this information. With the workshops, it is kind of like just a presentation you might go attend at a conference. I would say it's something where I am a knowledgeable enough speaker that I talk to them and I have examples and things like that. But if you don't want to have that kind of more formal experience, you can always listen to the podcast. It's always about the same topic. It's just more laid back and you just have to listen. We also have a blog, and that is for people that just want to read it and get the facts and be done. Any way you want to look at it is great. I think it is tremendous that we are able to provide so many different ways for people to get this information, because a lot of this information is hard to find as is. So to be able to provide it in different ways for different students, because every student learns differently, and that personally is my job, is to get every student to be able to understand financial literacy to the best of their abilities. And I'm always nervous to do these things, but it's way more rewarding than not helping. And I think out of the concepts provided, that Scarlet to Black is the most service-oriented, or at least I am. I am always in the mindset that we do things to help our students, to get them to understand things. And if they don't walk away knowing something, then I think I've done something wrong. It is my job. If they don't understand how to save for retirement, I have to teach them. And if by the end of the presentation they still don't know how, I didn't serve the community very well, or the campus very well. I didn't serve my students very well. And that's not something I want to do, because I would like to continue to serve students into my professional career later in life. I would like to teach English and financial literacy for as long as I can. And there's always more things like creatively. I get to use every creative bone in my body every time I make a presentation in a PowerPoint, or I write a script for something that we're going to record. I personally get to use my writing abilities, my creative abilities to do that, and I'm beyond grateful for Dr. Tu for putting me in the position to be able to do that. I'm not an analytical person. I'm glad I don't have to do the data like I think Melanie does and things like that. Results in a tangible outcome. I'm trying to be quick, I promise. I think the biggest tangible outcome that I am most proud of is our grant from Access Lex. It is still mind-blowing that grant was passed, and we have that, and they want to fund our financial literacy program to the best of their ability, and that my name was even on the grant, and that I will be able to continue to work for this program even as a graduate student, because I don't know what I would do on campus if I wasn't helping with Scarlet to Black. I would probably just ask to help anyway. But I'm so glad for Access Lex for providing us with that support and allowing us to continue to, work together.